let's get into some MMA then, Matthew. I believe there was an event last night.
Yeah, there was not only an event last night, but there was an event on Friday night. So the Friday night event, Professional Fighters League 4 2020. I don't know why they always name their events like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for that
So
season.
they're taking after the UFC.
No, but here's the thing. They name it those things for that season. There's like 3 PFL 4s.
Mm-hmm.
There's PFL for 2018. There's PFL 4 2019. There's PFL 4 2021. And there's PFL 4 2022.
Great.
Okay, but anyway, so long story short, the lightweights and the the lightweights and the light heavyweights competed. Not all the lightweights competed, so we have one or two lightweights competing next week. But the way that the PFL works it's a seasonal format. So what happens is you have 2 regular season fights in between, I think either April or May and July, and then in the fall you have a postseason, which the tournament size has varied. At one point it was 8, it's now down to 4. So basically the top 4, basically you get X number of points. A win is just 3 points off the bat. But depending on if you get a finish, you could get another extra, you can get up to 3 extra points depending on what round you finish. So if it's a round 1 finish, 6 points. Round 2 finish, 5. Round 4, 1. Or round 4 is... Round 3 is 4. So based off of that, the top 4, and I think there's 10 total competitors. The top 4 of those go into the playoff, and I think there's some criterion in case there's a playoff. Oh, here's the interesting thing. You miss weight, you lose a point. And the fight can go on, you're still losing that point though. The reason the winning fighter, if they choose to go on, they're doing it for the finishing points.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So PFL 4, I believe the light heavyweight bracket is set. Yeah, light heavyweight bracket is set. So it's going to be Rob Wilkinson, Omari Akhmedov, Antonio Carlos Jr., and Delon Monte. Here's the interesting thing. Omari Akhmedov is a Russian. So in the UFC, they're still allowing the Russians to fight because they're a private entity. They can do what they want. PFL, Russian fighters can fight. They can't represent Russia, though. So Omari Akhmedov is fighting under the international banner. Oh, speaking of which, Omari Akhmedov, I'm going to make the Fighter of the Week because of his technical submission, because the guy he submitted passed out. Okay, so that's that. So the sole fight for next week is going to be Anthony Pettis versus, who is he fighting? I believe he's fighting Stevie Ray. Pettis got former UFC light heavyweight champion Anthony Pettis, he got a finish in his first round fight. So even if he loses, he's in the playoff. Doesn't matter how he loses, he's in the playoff because everyone else has fought. He's currently ranked number 1 at 6 points. He loses, he's still in the playoff. So, which is a lot better considering that last year, his first year out of the UFC, he didn't even make it into playoffs. So
Mm.
can't even remember if he won a fight. Anyways, so that is for the. Oh yeah, did I mention that I'm giving Omar Ahmed the fight of the week?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Okay. So and then last night was UFC on ESPN Cater versus Emmett. In the main event, you had Josh Emmett fight Calvin Cater. They're both featherweights. They've both been around, but could still be considered contenders. They're not gatekeepers. Josh Emmett walked away with a split decision. It was a close fight. They kept going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Got fight of the night. Then Kevin Holland, who in 2020 got 5 wins. He got a submission. So I'm gonna give. He got a performance of the night bonus. I'm personally giving him my fighter of the event. That's what I do. So yeah, I'm giving him the fighter of the event.
Okay. Great. All right. So I think that does that about wrap that up, Matthew?
Yeah. Were we gonna go over One Piece?
Yes, we are. Just before we transition to One Piece, so I do want to give a special shout out to a wrestler who transitioned to MMA that I know for a long time. I've probably known him now for over 10 years now. But Carlos Goku Arana, who wrestled at Santa Ana College in 2011 and 2012, he ended up making the finals in the 2012 season, so he was an All-American, and just great kid all around. And so he made his professional debut at the Lux Fight League, which is a Mexican fight promotion. And,
Yeah, I was gonna guess it was regional.
Yes. So he made his debut in that fight organization, going in on a 3-1 record. He fought at a 165-pound catchweight bout, it appears, against Antonio Suarez.
Actually, 165 is a newly formed division. The UFC probably isn't going to implement it, but it's officially referred to as super lightweight.
So unfortunately, Carlos did not win that match, but I just want to give a shout out to Carlos Arana, and I know that he fights very hard. He's a good kid, works out a lot. So hopefully, get to see him sometime. But just wishing him the best going forward, and he'll get to that point. And there's been quite a few other Santa Ana College wrestlers who transitioned to MMA. So hopefully get to mention them and maybe even do interviews with them going forward. So Carlos, just know we're always behind you. So hoping that you'll definitely go out and get the W in that next match.